It had been a memorable dinner. The lobster was subtle, the champagne chilled to perfection, and the dessert, well, that was straight aphrodisiac in whipped cream. It's too bad she was a model and had an early call. You can't, as Socrates said, win 'em all. What is this? Mystery tour, economy class?
I'm sorry to inconvenience you. I intend you no harm. I want to show you something.
It better be good.
And now, I think, a little music. You will now please get out of the car. It would be inadvisable to try anything. I have a gun.
Frankly, I preferred it with the blindfold on. My God.
That's right. It's an atom bomb. Small enough to blast London into ashes. Here is the plutonium with which I shall arm the bomb. A small amount in one half of that casing there. A larger amount in the other half. Kept apart, they are harmless. Brought together, they achieve critical mass, and the result is all the horror of a nuclear explosion. With this transmitter, I can detonate the bomb by remote control from 100 miles away. So, the explosive lenses drive the two plutonium masses together inside the sphere, and the city is destroyed by hell on earth. And that is precisely what will happen unless my terms are agreed to.
What terms?
You'll be notified of those later, Mr. Templar. Sleep now. Mr. Templar! Mr. Templar!
Fred. What the... What's going on? Oof.
No. Easy does it, Mr. Templar. Here we go. Come on. Feeling better?
I must have passed out. Maybe it was that lobster. Had this dream.
Yeah. Get that down here.
Thank you, Fred. It was more of a nightmare, really.
Well, I never knew a nightmare yet could stand up to a cup of my tea.
I hope you're right, Fred. Because there was this maniac.
Tell your friends in high places I wasn't joking. I get what I want or London blows up.
Ours came first thing this morning. Now, Simon, you know what I normally think about you and special branch business. But I need every man I can get on this. You're in.
There was no way to keep me out.
I've seen some sick messages from terrorists, but that's the sickest.
I get what I want or London explodes. What does he want?
He wants...
Commander, look, there's no one in their offices at Harwell. It's too early.
Well, dig him out at home!
Sir.
He wants that girl publicly executed. He wants it done in the middle of Hyde Park, and he wants it on television. And if it's not done, he explodes the bomb by remote control.
I'll say he's sick. We can always fake the execution. We can put blanks in the firing squad's guns.
He's thought of that. That's how he wants it done. Try faking that. This lot landed on the Prime Minister's desk last night. The bomber's given us till 3 this afternoon to set up the execution. And if we don't, boom. Until we broadcast our agreement to his terms, on radio and TV, he's going to set off a conventional explosion at various points in the city, every hour on the hour. What's more, each one is going to be bigger than the last. It's so sick it could just be a hoax.
That's no hoax. That bomb was real.
Why should he show you?
Oh, maybe he knows all about me. That I have a physics degree, but more importantly, I have a lot of influential contacts.
Denning. Aye. A small plastic charge went off under Admiralty Arch. Nobody hurt.
Right on the button.
Yes?
That was the first. You've got 6 hours left.
Is there any plutonium missing?
We're checking with Howell and Windscale.
And what about unstable physicists?
We're getting in Professor Loader, Chief Scientific Screening Officer to the government. He knows more about nutty scientists than anybody else in the country.
Well, our helicopter has just picked up Loader, sir. He was on holiday in Cornwall.
Right.
You know, our only other lead is the girl. Now, who is she?
Young sculptress, very gifted. Name of Lynn Jackson.
What did you say? He's going to do what?
I'm sorry.
What?
There's no other way to tell you but straight.
Who is he? What is he?
We were hoping you could help us with that.
I don't know any crazy physicists.
How about rejected suitors?
Look, there isn't anyone. My husband died last year, and since then I've put all my energy into my work.
No enemies at all, you mean?
Well, my father didn't like me very much when I gave up finishing school in the debutante circuit for this and married a man who worked with his hands. But, I don't know. He forgave me when I became mildly famous. It's a nightmare, isn't it?
It's a nightmare. Well, if anything should occur to you.
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not staying here biting my nails down to the knuckle.
There's nothing you can do.
Listen, it's my head on the block, if you pardon the expression. And whether thou goest, etc., basta.
This is Professor Loader, sir, the psychiatric vetting officer.
This had better be good. I was enjoying my leave.
He's given us a simple choice. The girl or London.
Lynn! What are you doing here?
She's the girl.
She's also my daughter.
Jackson?
Yes, it's my married name.
Go on.
Yes, sir. It was definitely bigger than the first one.
It's going to get worse by the hour, and you'd better believe me. Because that's 2 down and 5 to go, and number 7 is the big one.
Now, you are the psychologist responsible for ejecting unstable scientists for government posts, right?
Yes.
Then, somebody that you rejected is hitting back at you through your daughter. Is that a hypothesis that you'd accept?
Yes, I would.
Good. Now, why do it this way? Why not simply kill you? Or kill your daughter? Is there some kind of psychological pattern to all this?
Yes, there is. It's the classic imaginative paranoid. He wouldn't want to kill me because that would be too painless for me. What he wants is my suffering through the death of Lynn.
Have you got anything yet on any missing plutonium?
We're expecting somebody to come through now,
As soon as you can. Thanks. What about the way he wants her to die?
Lord Templar.
Oh, Daddy, answer him.
Professor, it is very important we know everything we can about this man. Now, is the way that he wants Lynn to die part of the pattern?
Yes. Yes, it is. It's part of a paranoid fantasy the man's been building up for years. He wants it ritualistic, formalized, in the presence of millions. And with his hatred of humanity, he wants it to be on the conscience of millions. That they saved their own skins by a human sacrifice.
How many physicists have you rejected over the last few years on the basis of incipient paranoia?
There can't be many. Perhaps half a dozen.
Right. Now, can you recall them?
Not offhand. I've interviewed hundreds of scientists. I could go through my files.
No, there's no time. Anyway, that kind of sensitive information is going to be in the government data bank. Sergeant.
Yes, sir?
Would you take Professor Loader down to the data bank? Authority of Commander Denning.
Right, sir. This way, sir.
Oh, Professor, let's have those names as soon as the computer spits them out, would you?
Mr. Templar, sir?
Yes.
Part of a load of plutonium was stolen 18 months ago on the way between the Atomic Research Center at Harwell and the nuclear power station at Windscale.
And the thief?
Never found. The driver of the vehicle it was stolen from was suspected of complicity, but nothing was ever proved.
Driver's name and address.
His name's Carter. That's his address.
Good, thank you. Come on.
It's the Prime Minister's office, sir.
Denning.
It seems we were too late on that plutonium theft. Carter, the driver of the stolen lorry, is dead. They suspect, would you believe, radiation poisoning. Now, what about those physicists?
The computer's come up with 6 physicists with the right profile, all rejected by me on the grounds of incipient paranoia.
Where are they now?
Now, 1 committed suicide. 3 are working in small African countries. 1 we can't trace. And the 6th is teaching in a crammer at Chelsea.
Well, that's ridiculous. A man with top qualifications spending his time trying to squeeze dull pupils through their exams.
The kind of report I had to make about him, it's like an albatross around a man's neck. It's with him wherever he goes.
His name is Parkinson. Now, we've been to the school, but he's not there. He's off sick.
Where does he live?
He lives at 66 Leinster Square, London, W2.
That's all the news for now. So it's back to Spinner Disc.
There was nothing on the news. was nothing on the news again. You're still not taking me seriously.
No, look.
Now people are going to start getting hurt.
Now listen.
Any good?
Calls will never be long enough to trace. You can't argue with a recording. It's part of the reason he does it that way.
Is anybody hurt? I see, thank you.
Stay here. Keep in touch with Denning.
Alpha Foxtrot Charlie to control. 2 more injured found. Send another ambulance. Over.
Clear off!
Alpha Bravo Lima to bomb squad control. The type of device was similar to the first 2, but more powerful. It was also anti-personnel. Whoever the swine was who planted this, he was out to cripple people. Over.
I said get out!
Getting off to Alpha Bravo Lima. Was there any fragment?
Enjoying yourself, are you?
To each his own.
I thought you were supposed to be off sick.
What the hell's it got to do with you, whoever you are? And who the hell are you anyway?
Where have you just been?
Refer to my previous answer. I think I do know who you are. You're an angry parent, furious I couldn't get your moronic child through his examinations.
Well, why do you listen in on the police broadcasts,
Because I like to hear the world going to hell in a bucket.
Maybe you like to help it on its way a little, too.
Maybe I do. What's the world ever done for me? I'll tell you. It's beaten me down into a stinking little sub-educational sweatshop, stuffing facts into cretins. Me, with my brains. You know what they said about me at Cambridge? You know what sort of degree I got? I'm a genius. All I'm allowed to do is force-feed idiots.
Is that why you want to blow us all up?
I didn't say that! Now you get out.
No, you didn't say that, but that's what you want, isn't it? Because you want us all to pay. Most of all, you want Professor Loder to pay.
Loder? It was him who sent you here. He hadn't forgotten me. He's the one who's still spying on me. He's the brains behind this whole conspiracy to destroy me. Well, you can take this to Professor Loder from me. From me!
We'd better go, don't you?
Look at me, damn you.
Where's the atomic bomb? Now, things have changed now. You can't explode it. The game's over. Can't you see that?
What game? I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, Professor, you're a sick man. Now, surely you didn't think that the government would execute Lynn Jackson just to satisfy your psychotic urges?
They'll do whatever I want. I can make them do whatever I want.
No, you couldn't. Not even with an atom bomb. And now you haven't even got that. You may as well tell us where it is.
It's a marvelous idea. You've got to admit that.
Oh, yes, we admit it all right. Don't we, Professor Loder?
It's brilliant. A touch of genius. You've proved you're a giant among little men. Making the bomb single-handed was extraordinary. We'd very much like to see it.
Don't try to soft-soap me, Professor Loder. It was you that did it. You put the mark on me. You told all the world about me and the whole rotten world believed you. I couldn't even get a job making light bulbs.
Come on now, where's that bomb?
Where is it, damn it?
Find it! I've given you a run for your money, haven't I? First the Admiralty Arch, then the Old Bailey, then Westminster Pier. Taking a bit of the starch out of you.
Where's the bomb?
Find it.
Where did you and I meet at 6 o'clock this morning?
If you don't know, don't expect me to tell you.
me that photograph, will you?
Hey! Now, what's this all about?
I'm not sure he's it.
What? Well, you heard him. He's admitted it. He knows where every bomb has gone off so far.
He listens to the police radio. The one answer he couldn't get from that, he didn't give.
He's playing hard to get.
Maybe. No, I'm going to try a shortcut. If he is the bomber, he must have studied my movements. There's a good chance he may have been spotted doing that. I'm going to find out.
Well, keep in touch.
No, Mr. Templar. I can't say I've seen anyone like that hanging around here. Giving you trouble, is he?
Trouble?
You could say that, yes.
You all right, miss? Would you like a cup of tea?
No, thank you. I'm fine.
Look, you better hang on to that, Fred. Keep looking at it. I don't know, something may turn up.
Very well. The bomb's down in the sewers. Which one? Where?
I said it was down in the sewers. Didn't say I was going to tell you which one.
Parkinson, either you tell me which one, or I'm going to throw away the rule book and I'm going to take you downstairs. Denning. No, nothing to report. As soon as there... Yeah, I'm sure the Prime Minister's concerned. We're not exactly euphoric about things ourselves. Right, you. On your feet. You, bring the map. Get that.
You morons. I can guess what you're trying to do. You're trying to find me. Don't you know that won't do you any good? Time's running out. And even if you did find me, it wouldn't change anything. The bomb is programmed to explode automatically anyway, an hour after the deadline. I want Lynn Jackson dead. I want her dead in public. And just to encourage you to be a little more adult about this, here comes the biggest bang yet.
Get this walking obscenity out of here. Booking with obstruction, willful misinformation, abetting a felony, booking for being alive.
I had you going. I made you sweat.
Get him out! An hour. Denning. No! Tell him there is no way of faking a guillotining. Yeah, I know that, and I've got every man of the force.
I'm going to try something. It's a long shot, but it's better than doing nothing.
What? I said I know that.
Ah, switch on the radio.
Look, I'm not with you.
I'm trying to feel my way back along the route I was taking this morning. I know we hit a motorway about 10 minutes after we started out.
Well, how do you know it was this motorway?
Because it's the only one within 10 minutes of where I live. Besides, I heard a jet on its landing approach flight path. This is the road to Heathrow Airport. And that was before he turned on the radio.
Well, that's the part I really don't get, the radio.
He was trying to block out any telltale sounds. fact, he gave me a very vital piece of information.
And what was that?
It told me the point at which we left the motorway. Are there any bridges coming up?
There's one up ahead.
Right, now listen.
I'm with you now.
And that happened 5 times before we took the exit.
In America, torrential rains buffeted the Midwest and East. Floods continued to swamp farmlands all along the Mississippi. The National Guard has been called out in 6 states to bolster crumbling levees. And finally, at the OPEC meeting in Vienna this morning, the oil-producing countries agreed to freeze the price of oil for a further 6 months. That's the end of the 1 o'clock news. Now over to John Arlott at the test match at Lord's.
You mental cripples! You've got 2 hours to the end of the world and you still think I'm bluffing? At 3 o'clock, if you haven't given me what I want, you're going to be burned from the face of the earth like the diseased rabbit you are. Meanwhile, try this for size.
First time he's used his own voice and not the tape. Pressure's building inside of him.
Meaning what?
He's destabilizing. In the same way a nuclear reaction can run wild. He could press the big button before the deadline.
Thanks.
Try this for size.
Anything?
Well, he was born south of the river, unprivileged background, introverted. That's about all we can get so far.
Very well.
Oh, and he is under great stress.
My heart bleeds for him.
That was number 5. Right. We turn off at the next exit. Somewhere over there. That's where I was taken. I feel it. In fact, I'm sure of it. Somewhere over there is where the answer is. And that's as close as I can come.
It's Templar. Where the hell are you?
Just outside Windsor, but that's the nearest I can come. We need a helicopter with a radiation sensor.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, get me the army.
Yeah?
If anybody's been building an A-bomb around here, there'll be a radiation hotspot somewhere.
There's something itching at the back of my mind.
Well, what about? What sort of thing?
It was during my ride with the bomber this morning. I don't know, it was a sound and a smell. I was pretty groggy, remember?
Something! We've got a definite hotspot. It's in the southeast corner of Windsor. Can't pinpoint it any more closely than that. Could be any one of a number of streets.
Windsor Barracks, Major Watts, sir.
Major, I want that area saturated with men on the ground. Understood?
All right, then, split up and search the area.
The bomb is now in place and armed. I've heard nothing from you on the radio, so there'll be one last conventional explosion, and then London will have 60 minutes to live. And by the way, the last conventional explosion will be personal.
What do you mean, personal? What does personal mean?
Some kind of smell? Well, that's a hell of a lot of help.
There's more to it than that.
Well, get more men on the ground. This isn't an exercise, it's war. You've got 59 minutes to Armageddon.
Commander.
Now listen, I haven't got the time to talk. You tell the Prime Minister if, when this is all over, he wants my head, then he can have it. That's if we get lucky in the next 58 minutes. And if we don't get lucky, then he can kiss my head and his own tail goodbye. Now, what do you mean there's more?
Whoever grabbed me knew my habits. He knew I was out. He knew roughly what time I'd get back in. He used tape messages to speak to me. Why? Because he knew I'd recognize his voice. He's close to me. The bomber is very close to me. And then there's that smell. It was like that stuff that you rub on a strained muscle. Embrocation.
Oh, sort of a camphor smell?
Yes, camphor, liniment, something like that. Come on.
Where the devil are you going now?
I'm going to see Fred. He's my garage man. He knows everything there is to know about the people who live in that street. He might be able to associate that smell with one of them.
They won't be needing those anymore. Well, except these.
Located the house. We're now questioning the neighbors. No, there's no doubt about it. It's hotter than a SAM missile. His name's Frederick Boyler, and he works as a garage attendant in a mews in Belgravia. Over and out.
Templar lives in a mews in Belgravia. He's on his way there now. Raise him on his car telephone. Quick.
He's out of contact, sir.
Exit and make a mess of it. Why? Look, never mind. Go.
Ah, Fred, there you are. Good. Look, I've got a plug that's oiling up a bit. Would you do me a favour? Have a look at it.
Certainly. All right if I leave it till tomorrow.
It's all right now, but until half an hour ago, there wasn't going to be a tomorrow. It's all right. You may as well know. Some maniac was going to blow up London with an atom bomb.
What?
It's true. I was in on it from the very beginning. We had a lucky break. We found the bomb. We disarmed it.
I don't believe. I didn't believe there were people like that.
Oh, there are, Fred. There are. Come and have a drink at my place. See you, Fred.
What was that all about?
He's the bomber. Dear old inoffensive Fred is the bomber. Never mind how I know. I'll tell you later.
But why did we tell him we found the bomb?
Because the first thing he's going to do is check if I'm telling the truth, and we're going to follow him. But right now, I'm going to call Denny. We need backup.
Halfway down the Mews. To the key in the door. Pushing the door open. Let him get well in.
Other side.
But won't he see us?
No. That's the only exit from the garage. This isn't my car. And he thinks we're dead.
Templar, but I've still got the power. And this red button goes down, the world goes up.
Yes, I've been wondering about that. You go up too.
Do you think I care now? Have you any idea what it's like to know you're a genius and find yourself slipping lower and lower down the ladder with each day that passes?
You could get back up, you know.
Don't be a bloody fool. I'm marked. I'm unstable. I don't think like anybody else.
If you give me that box...
Stay where you are.
There are people I can talk to.
I've had enough people talking to people about me. Don't you understand? That's what destroyed me. Frederick Boiler's too clever. Frederick Boiler's cleverer than any of us. Frederick Boiler must be destroyed.
You could be helped.
The last person that wanted to help suggested a frontal lobotomy. Thanks. I'd rather not.
All right. Go ahead, kill yourself. Kill me, too, if that's what you really want. But those millions of people out there, now, they've never done you any harm.
They're a disease, don't you understand? They're the ordinary people against whom everyone else is judged. You're just like them, you're thrown in the ash can.
A lot of the world's great talents have ended up there. In their lifetime.
I don't accept that. Posterity? What did posterity ever do for me? Shakespeare has someone say something about creeping and peeping about to find a dishonorable grave. I don't want that. If I'm going in glory. Nobody, but nobody is...
Never ever push a red button, sweetheart. You'd be surprised just how dangerous it can be.
It's only a toy.
Yes, I know. But we'll get you another one, something just a little bit safer.
Come on, Mama.
Wait here a minute. I'll be right back.
Good evening, sir.
Templar, I have a reservation. And,
Oh, I know. Do not disturb.
Not unless you want a dissatisfied customer.
Well, we could have had supper at my place, except I probably thought you wouldn't trust my cooking.
I do. I'm sure an Oxy's Settling Torch grill's a fantastic steak.
It does.
It's just the room service here is absolutely sensational.
Room service? I thought you were giving me dinner.
Yes, I am. But the restaurant gets very overcrowded, you know. And the penthouse here is really rather wonderful. Yes, I think we'd better walk.